What's going on, everybody? Man, it's time for the ICW Wrestling Podcast. And you might be thinking, what in the world is the ICW Wrestling Podcast? Well, it's a new podcast your boy came up with, where I'm going to try my best to be well versed in wrestling. Don't cut the video off because I say wrestling. Please, don't do me like that. But where you well versed in the wrestling world with every company. So we got TNA, WWE, ROH, indie wrestling, backyard wrestling, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I go that far, but I mean we'll see. We'll see what happens. But today we're talking about TNA Sacrifice. Now, TNA Sacrifice overall was a pretty good pay-per-view. TNA, now you know, TNA set the bar high with that epic lockdown pay-per-view. What was it, 2 months ago? I think it was in April. Oh, it is April. It was in March. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was in March. They set the bar high right there because that was pretty good. Unexpected thing going on in it. It's pretty great. But right now, we got the Bromance versus the Wolves kicking off this card. And TNA knows what it's doing. First off, when you start the card with the Bromance and the Wolves, the Bromance are just a funny tag team. Like I'm loving the Bromance. They did a pound thing. They did a pound thing, and then, you know, bro, are you serious, bro? And I mean, just back when they had like Rob Terry had his freaking, you know, Rob Terry is huge. They had that man in the tightest shirt they could find. I mean, Bromance has been great for a while. But we got the Wolves, which is one of the greatest tag teams in the business, probably ever. Like, as far as chemistry and how they work together. I mean, it's pretty great, like, how good they are in the ring. So you got, to start out, you got a no DQ stipulation, which, if you think about it, takes the Bromance championship advantage away, right? Yeah, of course it does. You got the no DQ, stipulation given by MVP. Wasn't directly given by MVP, but it was through, you know, the Wolves made sure they let the Bromance know. And I felt like this was a really great way to start the show. But first, I was like, wait a minute. The Wolves had the advantage. I'm like, this about to be a squash. Like, this ain't even going to be a contest right now. Because the Wolves had the advantage for, like, the first half of the match. Like, I felt like it was, like, the first third of the match. And then I'm glad the Bromance came back. I'm really glad that TNA is building their young stars. So, you got your young stars, Kenny King, Tigre Uno, Sonata. We'll talk about later. You got the Bromance, both Robbie and Jesse. Think about it, and the Wolves. And think about it. Jesse Goddard came from, not TNA. He's in TNA. He came from Big Brother, right? Who would have thought somebody that came from just a reality TV show would actually do good things in the ring? Because I'm really impressed by what Jesse's doing in the ring. And Robbie E was one of those gimmick guys, like one of those guys you think probably won't even ever get a championship, right? He probably won't even get like any type of championship run at all. But I'm glad they created something that goes with his gimmick that still allows him to be relevant instead of basically when he first came in with Cookie. First came in with Cookie, the parody of Snooki, and yeah, it was great. I'm just glad that we have new champions, the Wolves, because they're a great tag team. But I'm also glad that they're still doing something positive with Robbie E and Jesse Goddard. And I'm loving DJZ. DJZ is my boy. The next match we got is a committed match, and in my pre-show, pre-pay-per-view, in my pre-notes though, I was watching a review, and I was supposed to be on this review, and I couldn't be on it because it was too late. But I was saying it was a stupid match, and I was like, when I get on this review, I'm about to say something about that because I don't feel like it's a stupid match. I feel like it goes right with the storyline. And if you're not digging this storyline, I don't even understand. Like this storyline, like I know, like over the past little bit, I've been like, bro, is Vince Russo back writing for TNA? Because this feels just like a Vince Russo storyline. It really does. I mean, if you think about it, it really does. It feels like a Vince Russo storyline. But dude, man, I'm telling you, like this storyline be having me laugh. It be having me laugh. I ain't even say that, but you know, this storyline is just it's great. Samuel Shaw is one of the best characters in TNA in wrestling in general. I mean, it's as great as freaking funny. Like, I mean, when I was watching Impact a couple weeks ago, and he had the glove on, and Chrissy just took it off with her teeth. I was like, bro, I was like, Vince Russo, wait a minute, Vince, you back? you back again? Like, yeah, I was like, man, because I actually just watched. Actually, I was reading up on Vince Russo, and I was watching some of his stuff from back when he was in TNA and in WWE, and I'm like, wow, did he write this? But turns out, actually, Christy Hemme is on the creative team, so she probably has a big. She's probably got. I mean, this is probably mainly from her, like directly from her. I mean, think about Samuel Shaw. I'm loving Samuel Shaw's character, man. The dude is so over. Come on. The dude is so over. Creepy bastard chance, like everywhere. Man, in the hashtags, he'd be like hashtag himself. Be like hashtag creepy bastard. He knows it's over, right? My question is for this match. Anderson did win this match, and I thought it was a pretty good match. That freaking submission hold, I don't know what you call it, the commutator. I don't know what. I'm making up words right now. I don't know what to call it, but the Anderson when Samuel Shaw snaps that in, like you ain't getting out of it. Like I hope they keep it as some kind of as an unbreakable submission hold because that would be fabulous. I mean, you got Samuel Shaw. Samuel Shaw, he put him down, and then he went after Christy, which was funny. It was just funny because Christy, I don't even know why she out there, but she just out there just to even. Oh, and then you got the whole with his mom. It's great, dude. It's great. When I do my state of TNA for early 2014 video, I'm gonna talk about this Samuel Shaw angle and character development and all this for TNA. But I mean, Anderson did win. My question is, what is gonna happen with this committed thing? Because is Samuel Shaw about to come back and be like, he gonna be like a G, like go straight up be like, I don't know if he gonna be a bad boy or what. I'm interested to see if it's gonna be like a character change. Cause I hope it's like one of those things where he like keeps the creepy thing too. Cause I'm loving the creepy thing. Everyone like the fans love the creepy thing. Like you're not being very professional right now, Christy. Like it's so great, dude. Man, but Anderson did win. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with this committed thing because you never know what's gonna happen. He come back and be a doggone Mac or something. Return of the Mac because his theme song. It'd be crazy. But the next match we got is the Spud and EC3 versus Willow and Angle. This match, I guess it was kind of weird just how it was, but I mean it made sense because I mean you got two people. You have two teams, and they each having one-on-one individual feuds. It kind of sets up their one-on-one individual feuds for later, I'm hoping. I marked in my pre-match, pre-pay-per-view. I'll figure out a name for it before we end this podcast, I'm telling you. But my pre-notes, I put in there EC3 versus Kurt Angle. So, the reason I'm hoping it's going to be soon is because EC3 got the patented leg lock. I mean, EC3 got the leg lock, Angle got the angle lock, so I mean it only makes sense for them to go one-on-one, and not only that, at some point in a submission match, you know, considering they got bad blood anyway with EC3 injuring Angle's leg, so I can see something with that. I'm loving EC3. Like, I don't know what it is. The dude is great. Like, I don't know if it's the Carter thing. I don't know if I remember his NXT days or something, but man, he's great. He's great. Spud, I'm telling you. Spud, before we talk about Spud, because Spud can't get with Spud. But let's talk about Willow real quick. I like what they're doing with Willow. A lot of people were like Willow, like, you know, I wish they would have kept it two separate characters, like Jeff Hardy and Willow, instead of like Jeff Hardy's alter ego, whatever they're doing with that. But I wish they would have kept it as two separate characters, though. I like what they're doing. Willow actually creates some kind of character for him instead of like, I mean, Willow is a character within himself, but I'm glad that they're creating something for him. Like, I don't know. I actually looked up Willow in ROH because I was hearing that he got booed all to crap when he was in ROH. So I was watching that and I'm like, man, Willow, I mean, they booed the mess out of him. Willow, they pretty much trashed the whole match because Willow was in it. But I'm glad TNA is doing something good with Willow, and it adds another, you know, character to TNA's repertoire, pretty much. So, Spud, man, I got a question for you guys. I guess this would be a question of the week. Well, I don't know. Besides, did you enjoy the pay-per-view? What were your thoughts and whatever? But tell me, you can't tell me Spud isn't the funniest character in TNA. I mean, Spud is great, dude. When he came out with EC3, and he was copying everything EC3 does, but I was laughing like crazy. I couldn't contain myself. It was so freaking funny. Like, Spud is great, dude. I can't, like, Spud is so freaking funny, man. Like, Spud, like, he came out to the ring, I was like, Spud has me laughing more than any character in TNA right now. Spud is great, man. I hope they do something with him. I'd actually like to see him when they actually give up his two small gimmick, to put him in the X division, because he is a great wrestler, and I'm hoping they put him in the X division and he does something in that too, because, you know, after EC3 goes, probably because EC3 is gonna be the world champion at some point. I'm pretty sure. So I'm hoping Spud doesn't just get thrown to the wayside. I'm hoping Spud goes to the X division. There's something there. Willow and Angle did win this match. EC3 wasn't having any part of helping Spud out, and at the end of this match, EC3 was like, forget that. But I mean, speaking of the X Division, though, we got the X Division title match, the best of 3 series. We got the third match in the series. I was actually hoping Kenny King would come in on Impact. I was hoping they would have his match on Impact. Kenny King would come in and then like would come in and interfere to make it a triple threat match for. But I guess it wasn't really in the series, I guess. But I mean, man, to see these two guys put on a good, like, a match, I love watching these two guys go at it, because it gives me hope for the X Division. Let's be honest. TNA has been drawing a lot of criticism for a lot of things, but TNA is warranted for the criticism it gets as far as the X Division goes. The X Division is one of the best things TNA has ever had. My question is, why not push the X Division, right? I mean, why not push it? And I'm hoping that Sonata coming in, Tigre Uno coming in, especially their partnership with Wrestle One, hoping that'll allow more X Division people to come in. Like, I mean, I'm hoping we can get Rockstar Spud in the X Division. I'm hoping we have Rockstar Spud, Kenny King, Austin Aries, who else? We obviously got Tigre Uno. You know, it'd just be great. It'd be great to see some good X Division talent. I mean, you think about it, they got all the leeway in the world with the X Division. X Division is great. I mean, I love it. Like, I'm just hoping that this will be a push for the X Division, because the X Division kind of been a little, like, lackluster. Not necessarily lackluster, but it's been no title defense. It's been kind of just up in the air. And I'm hoping some of these younger X Division type guys can come in. And I feel like, you know, people act like Tigre Uno and Sonata should fight all the time because that's what the X Division is about. But the X Division, I feel like personally, I feel like the X Division is about no limits. It's not the cruiserweight division. That's what made TNA so unique when it first came up. It had this X Division and it had this dude named Samoa Joe in it. So that tells you that TNA is not WWE. Like it's not a cruiserweight division. It's the minor division, but it's still it still has prestige. Because if you go through the X division, you probably gonna get up to the main to the heavyweight title at some point, hopefully. The one thing I did like, this match had some good spots. That was the corkscrew spot that was like a suicide dive corkscrew. It wasn't really a suicide dive because you got to the middle ropes. I don't know how you gonna get a corkscrew out of that, but he kind of like looked like he kicked him. It looked like he kicked him, which was cool. And then the Saber 2 splash I thought looked a lot better than it did on Impact. Saber 2 splash looked really good. Even though he did miss it, it did look pretty good. I think, the only thing, man, is the crowd was dead during this match. Like, seriously, the crowd was dead. Like, the crowd was dead at times, and then it was just ridiculous at times. Like, they had, like, the crowd was chanting, "Let's go Goku." I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, this crowd is crazy. But one thing I did like, I do like that TNA is doing, is Tigre Uno has streamers thrown at him, which is fabulous because if you ever watch ROH, getting in that well versed ICW, no, but if you ever watch ROH, man, ROH throws streamers at the superstars out of appreciation, and I'm glad that TNA has started to has basically proved the validity of Tigre Uno being a pretty much a big star in in an independent scene. Because in the independent scene they use streamers out of appreciation, and I'm glad to see that they're pushing the validity of what Tigre Uno being an international star, being an independent star. And that was one insane submission move. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I mean, if you watch the match, you'll see it. Trust me, you'll see it. But so Sonata retains his title in this one, which is not surprising. I mean, they've been playing video packages for Sonata, even though Tigre Uno is kind of over right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was listening to the crowd near the end, and they were actually cheering for Tigre Uno. So Tigre Uno might. I'm hoping they continue to do something with him. Obviously, Kenny King is somewhere in the push for a title shot sometime soon. But you got Tigre Uno getting defeated by Sonata. And I'm glad Sonata's in the company because Sonata's an incredible worker. Tigre Uno also, like both of them, just incredible workers. I'm glad they're both in the company. I'm hoping this can be a good push for the X Division. Next, we had the I Quit match. Gunner versus James Storm. Now this one, I don't know. I really don't know what my match tonight is. I feel like this one was a good match, but I felt like what killed a lot of matches is the crowd. Like the crowd was not behind this match at all. Like at all. Like the crowd was so dead, dude. The crowd was so dead until like the freaking suplex spot that Gunner's been doing over the past couple of weeks has become like a trademark in extreme matches for him, where he suplexes him through the two chairs. Instead, this time he had a railing, but he had the two chairs and the railing looked like a freaking backyard wrestling table. Dude, it was great. If you ever watch ESW, it looks like one of their tables that was just set with a railing instead of a piece of plywood. But dude, like the crowd popped for that. That was pretty much it. Like the crowd was dead until that moment, And I feel like Gunner ended up winning this match, which was surprising to me. I was shocked. I wasn't shocked. I was just like, what? Like I was surprised Gunner won 3 in a row. Gunner's won the last 3 matches between these two, so it kind of surprised me to see that Gunner actually won this match. Storm, I feel like James Storm is a quality heel. James Storm, he's a quality heel. Like he's making heel marks, but then again, he's a quality heel in where he doesn't have to cheat to win all the time like Magnus did. One thing I wish is that I wish they would put Sorry back in James Storm's theme, because I like his theme song, don't get me wrong, but having Sorry in it is James Storm's thing. Like, James Storm is only going to get a pop when Sorry is in his song, because people don't know his song unless Sorry is in it. Sorry. I mean, even if they want to go with the Sorry, not Sorry thing, and then do it that way, like, you at least know that's James Storm. Like, that's how you know. But Gunner did win this match. I'm kind of surprised. I'm expecting a push, I guess, for Gunner, since obviously after Joe comes in and he's probably going to get to be the next contender, but I'm expecting a Gunner push, and plus that tag team briefcase that James Storm has, I want to see what goes on with that. Maybe beer money we could see, I don't know. We'll see though. He'll just be like, you know what, I don't want a partner. I'm just going to take them both on myself. Just take them both on. You know, let's go. I'm the greatest. Sorry, not sorry, you know. But, see where that goes. Gunner looks like he's gonna get a push, but I feel like Gunner needs an identity. The biggest criticism of Gunner is that he has no identity. He has nothing to go by. I mean, I'm glad they have Mr. Intensity. I'm glad they have the whole bashing his head into the turnbuckle. But you know, he really has nothing for the crowd to pop over. You know? And that's why people are not liking Gunner as much as they should, you know, because he doesn't really have that personality. But next we had the Knockouts Championship match, and this match just makes me want ODB more. Like, I want ODB back in the Knockouts division. Like, her boyfriend or husband, I don't know what, I can't remember what storyline they are, but, or anyway, I don't really know what they really are, but I'm hoping she comes back. But Angelina Love wins this one in heelish tactics by basically a roll-up pin and the hairspray to the eyes thing. I mean, there wasn't really anything really impressive about this. It was a pretty decent match. I mean, I don't know if I call it the Fashion Break match, but I mean, it was a pretty decent match. I mean, I can't complain about it. You know, Angelina Love did pick up the victory. I'm just hoping ODB comes back, because ODB gives you something to watch because she's different, you know. Like, if you think back to WWE, the only reason I'm even watching the Divas matches right now is because of Paige. Paige is different. Paige is, she's hot too, but she's different. You know, think about it. It's Paige, and I think Paige is a great talent. Paige Turner and all that. But you know, we go back to TNA though. I just feel like the Knockouts division is missing something different, you know. Gail Kim, Brittany, Angelina Love, and Velvet Sky are all just, it feels like you're watching the same person. And I'm not saying they're not good wrestlers. I'm just saying there's no like difference. They just need something different in the Knockouts personally, I feel like. Next match you had was the tables match between Bobby Roode and Bully Ray. So Bobby Roode does win this match, and it was surprising. It was, you know, it was surprising. I hope TNA keeps up the expect the unexpected thing they're doing with their pay-per-views, especially recently with the whole, you know, with all the stuff from Lockdown, and then in this pay-per-view with this thing where Spike Dudley came out and interfered. No, I'm just kidding. But I swear, I was tweeting, I was on Twitter, and I was like, Spike Dudley's back in TNA. And then I was like, nah, that ain't Spike Dudley. That ain't Spike Dudley. And then it ended up being Dixie Carter. So I guess Dixie Carter is Spike Dudley, because that's what happened. And one thing, the fans popped in this match. I mean, they were dead during Sonata Tigre Uno, during James Storm Gunner, and during the Knockouts match, but they popped for this match. tables are definitely over in TNA. People love tables, dude. I was watching it, and the crowd was like, stack them. I don't know what the actual chant was. Stack them up, something like that. But they were asking to stack them, right? So they're asking Billy Ray to stack them. I don't know why he didn't. He probably should have just stacked them, let Bobby Roode come down and do the totally heelish thing and just push it over. Because Bully would have got the face pop, and then heel heat would have came to Bobby Roode. But basically, this match was, I thought this match was pretty good. Basically, Dixie comes out and pushes Bully off the table through the two tables he has set side by side. But once the fans wanted him to stack, but he decided to do it side by side, and the fans reacted to that when he didn't stack them. So Dixie came out looking like Spike Dudley, and she had me fooled. I ain't know it was her. I don't know how I didn't know it was her, but I didn't. I was confused. But now, last but not least, we have the main event of the evening, as JB would say. We got Eric Young and Magnus. This, personally for me, is the match now. Okay? I don't know if I'd say there wasn't any incredible spots. I mean, there wasn't many, like, crazy spots or whatever. Excuse me, but I feel as if this was a good match to showcase both talents. Magnus equals paper champion, can't win fairly, but finally we see Magnus do some actual wrestling. I thought Magnus was going to actually do a finisher. I was getting excited because I don't even know what Magnus' finisher is at this point. I think it's Curtis Axel. I can't remember. Fisherman suplex. I don't know why I could remember that, but I think it's a fisherman suplex, but I can't remember off the top of my head because he never does his finisher. I mean, I know he uses the elbow, but he never. I can't remember. But finally, Magnus showed some wrestling talent, and it was good to see EY continue to his rise to credibility. I was about to make up a word just now. Y'all was about to put that in Webster, bro. But I mean, it's good to see that I had to change spots for a second. I know it kind of looks a little different. I'm gonna try to make sure y'all ain't noticed. Anyway, man, I just, sorry I had to take a break right there, but to establish credibility with Eric Young and actually more than just a paper champion, the paper superstar, it was good to see. Excuse me. The main thing I'm happy about, though, is the head bob. No, I did write down the head bob. Don't with me. I'll talk about that in a second. But the head bob is my thing now. I just be doing it randomly. Just ain't on me. You just see me in a video stuff like this. EY's thing was stuck in my head. But the main thing is I'm just happy to see Magnus actually get some wrestling moves in, and not just pull out of the ring. He almost used a crowbar, don't get me wrong. So he ain't completely not a heel yet. I like the heel Magnus because he was over. Pretty much, think about the crowd. This is your world heavyweight champion speaking. Like, the crowd don't like Magnus. The crowd ain't a Magnus fan, I don't think. But I am. It's great to see Magnus actually get some good moves. And it's great to see. It was actually great to see somebody pick out the power driver. Well, and I expected it, but I didn't expect it because he hit the power driver. And usually it's over once he hits the power driver, but he did the elbow afterward. And I was like, he might kick out this because of that. But he did. He ended up kicking out of it. So that's it though. I found this show to be pretty good. I can't lie. I found this show to be pretty good. TNA set the bar high with that hot lockdown pay-per-view, man. I was excited about that, but I'm glad that we still had a good pay-per-view. I was reading some tweets that said TNA's kind of been lacking. I thought they've been fantastic over the last little bit. I've enjoyed it, but I'm hoping TNA keeps this high rolling aspect going on. This is the first episode of the CW Wrestling Podcast. Podcast, man, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys come back for episode 2. I don't know, we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know. Please, if you can, follow me on Twitter at BeastMode123100. I'm just trying to keep you guys involved, keep you guys knowing what's going on. So you can follow me on Twitter at BeastMode123100, Google Plus. Guess this name too. I see.